We're in Frog Marina. It's an amazing place to be in. It's really beautiful here. You know, it's just, I won't go on about the whole resort and the beach and everything else, but anyway, back to reality. It's time to do some maintenance. So Woody's first job is to do the toilets, and that means getting rid of all the calcium in the pipes. It's kind of, we've done it a few times now, know what he's up against, and yes, we give him huge respect for doing that. Thank you, Woody. Here he is. There he is. Getting rid of all that calcium that builds up inside. Wow.
When you're living on a boat with a family, keeping fit is difficult at the best of times. I mean, obviously you can't carry weights around with you, although you can make do with improvisation. Cardiovascular is very difficult because obviously there's not a lot of places to go running or even any spaces to jump around. So that's why it's so lovely to get to a place like this, get off the boat. You know, you've got everything. You've got the jungle paths, you've got the sea, and all the wildlife that goes with it. You've got the sloths and the monkeys. There's some sort of like lemur looking animal. What else have I seen here? Armadillos, loads of parrots, loads of vultures. It's been really cool. Could stay here for a long time if it wasn't for the marina fees.
You and me, we're family. The bond that we share is as deep as the sea. No matter how rough things may come to be, you and me, we're family. Sing ho, hey, long for the ride, ho, hey, I'll stay by your side, ho.
Today we're heading into Frog Marina. We're going to book in for about a month so we can get a lot of work done before we head out through the canal. We've got a busy few weeks ahead of us. So we've got some batteries arriving as well from the United States, some lithium batteries. So those are going to be fitted as well, and we need to replace the battery charger and a few other bits and pieces.
And there's a swimming pool and a beach.
But slowly I found purpose and my life became more clear.
Because we're in
I found my destination, yeah. Now
Where's my sunglasses?
Yeah, you need sunglasses. Or you can't drive the boat. Yeah, I can speak alright.
I'm already there, I'm already everywhere. I've got
So here we are, coming into Frog Marina at quite high speed. It always makes me nervous how fast Woody comes in.
This time, Rowan was gonna moor up.
Distance. Okay, just leave it.
until I bled.
Are we okay? Okay, a little bit tick off before, just a little jab, and then just put it in neutral. That's it, beautiful. Excellent. Okay, now just like back in neutral. Perfect condition. Okay, you might just have to put a little bit of reverse on as we get to the closest, hold the nose off. Okay. Ewan, can you shout distance from the front?
Yeah.
Woo! Nice!
I've got a wife, 2 kids, and a picket fence. Everything was hazy, now it's making sense. Alright, I made it, so now what?
So we've arrived in Red Frog, and that's it. We should be tied up for a month. We might pop out for a day sail now and again, but that's it. We're kind of going to commit ourselves to a month to get everything done before we cross the Pacific. It's a really nice marina actually here. So the Wi-Fi is pretty good, the water's clean. We haven't got a 50 amp plug, so we can't plug into the mains, but the way that our battery charger is at the moment, it's probably just as well, because I think the regulator blew in Cartagena, which is why we're getting the whole thing replaced with the new battery charger and the new batteries and everything else, which is exciting. But it does mean that we're kind of running off our current batteries and relying on solar.
Red Frog Marina is on the island of Isla Bastimento. We had to find somewhere to do our schooling, to keep our boat all clear for the battery swaps and all the other jobs.
So this is Selenas. It's kind of a bar restaurant, and I think it's connected to the University of Minnesota because there's a kind of a study area. It's got a pool table, and it's got an old beaten up VW van there that they've converted into a bit of a rest area, and some surfboards, and it's really chilled out. It's kind of reminds me of some of the hostels in Thailand. You know, it's got that sort of vibe to it, but it's great. We've just been up here today, just shooting some pool, me and the boys, and chilling out while Mum's back at home or back on the boat. She's doing some editing.
It's really nice. It's very cool. There's like breeze going through this cafe with a snooker table and a like loads of small pagodas where you can like sit down and it's like all peaceful and you can do peaceful.
It's a nice place. As you can see, there's different places you can do your schooling in, little corners. You know, sometimes the monkeys come and muck about and entertain us. They like to sort of play pool with a little break in between, and so that's what we do sometimes, you know, bring a flask of hot chocolate. Near Selenas there's kind of rose apple tree, and this is Darry's like daily catch. Is that correct, Darry?
Yeah, actually there's one up there that I like the look of, so how am I going to do this?
And these things, we notice, are really good if you eat them straight away. Otherwise they go a bit dry.
Perfect. Tiny bit sour, but yeah, it's like a pear. Tastes even better when you've got it yourself.
So we've been told that you can help yourself to any fruit that's growing here, and I've just seen this massive bunch of bananas that I really want.
Around here though.
There's a monkey getting the bananas, the ones that I wanted.
Gonna have to fight them.
And they've even got like pineapples growing here.
Meanwhile, back at the boat, Dad's getting started with the poo pipe.
So I'm doing this job first because it's a job, it's the most disgusting and I hate it, and I don't want it hanging over me for the rest of the month when we're here. So yeah, it's just the calcium buildup in these things is incredible. It's just a chemical reaction with the seawater and urine. And if you don't clear it regularly with vinegar or acid, then it builds up and eventually clogs the toilet. So it needs doing probably once every 6 months really.
You know what, you can't always get on a dock and give it a good old thump like that. Salt water and that urine, it just builds this calcium up. We've really got to pump it right through, and the kids just don't. And in the middle of the night, you don't want to kind of wake up and have to pump it through for them because they don't do it. And this is something that happens all the time. I think again we're on top of the maintenance. We're kind of thinking we need to put more vinegar down there more often. You know, I think vinegar might be the only solution. Once a week, half a bottle of vinegar down those pipes and try and get rid of it. So we try to use vinegar regularly in the toilets to stop the build-up of calcium, but we don't ever really know how long it takes to clean it up and how effective it is. So today we're going to test to see how long it will take for the vinegar to get rid of the calcium that's in some of the parts of the toilet. Here we go.
At the moment we kind of try and leave it overnight, and it seems to do the job, but we're going to get a bit more scientific about it.
Okay, so what time is it? It's 20 past 12.
So here we are, around about 24 hours later, or thereabouts, and I'm just taking a look at the things here now, and it hasn't actually got rid of the calcium, but it's definitely softened it up. Obviously it's not a patch on using hydrochloric acid, which will get rid of that within minutes, but it's interesting to see what it has done. I think used on a regular basis, it might just help prevent the build-up rather than get rid of it. Okay.
So that's interesting. 24 hours that's not going to do it.
No.
So So I finish school quite early, usually like before like around lunchtime. So all the teenagers are at the cafe still doing school. So I'm just making them lunch. I'm making them pasta with tomato sauce, and I'm going to put a bit of black pepper in.
Nice.
So here we have the kids indulging in their hobbies, their own cooking. And Darry catching flies.
Yeah, you don't just get a marina really. I think when you come to Red Frog, you get the whole island, and the island's it's a nature reserve. It's like having a kind of massive garden that you have access to.
Scorpion. Can we go back now?
It's a floating spider.
We find many insects and, of course, red frogs.
So this walk we pretty much do every day because we go down to the beach and the pool and go for a swim. You normally see sloths, but you don't normally see the monkey, and it gave me a bit of a fright when I saw this monkey sitting in the tree just looking out at us, and then there's a whole load of other ones right there.
So we met up with a nice bunch from the super yacht that came in a few days ago, and they're really friendly guys. So we've come out for a Sunday walk with them, and they're heading off to Panama Canal tomorrow. Super yacht crews don't really mix with cruisers, but these guys have been like super friendly.
There's also a pond where caiman live. We went to go see it. Oh, there's another one. I just saw something eat that tiny bit of bread.
Oh yeah.
We're just feeding the caimans.
I got that on camera.
Let's find out what Renk is doing today. What are you doing, Renks?
Well, this is still the aftermath of when we lost all of our water into the bilge. And so what happened is all this whole front bit here was floating in water, and all the tins that I've stored here that I slowly kind of stock up for crossings, they just kind of got really, well, slowly over time they've been rusting. They got little bits of rust on them. One small hole caused the acid inside to just completely destroy those cans. So the pineapple's all in the bottom and just has been moulding away here in the bottom of the bilge, and it's slowly been attacking all the other cans. So it's kind of like stinks down here, and it's all mouldy, and the cans are kind of not looking very good.
So in the tradition of things never going smoothly, I've just tried to do an engine service and change the oil filter, but wherever I got this from, and I can't remember exactly where I bought it from, it's the wrong filter, so it doesn't actually fit. So I've taken the old one off, drained the oil, and now we're stuck without a filter. So I'm going to have to try and find one online and get it sent, or try and find a chandlery in Bocas to do it. So it's a good job we're in no hurry to go anywhere. So basically I've just filled that up with oil, and then I'm going to have to put it back. So it's Sunday and we're out for a Sunday walk with a few other of our family friends.
We're off on a walk to explore a bit more of this island of Isla Bastimento, which is the kind of area where we are, which is Red Frog Marina, but it just expands out.
It's really interesting actually, because there's some nice paved roads which makes it easy, and then there's these kind of like little nature trails that cut through.
We always find that the kids don't want to go, it's hot, you know, why would you want to go walking, what's the point in it? And so the faces were very long when we set off, but after a while, after about 5 minutes or so, and they warm up and they're out exploring and seeing things, and then they all seem quite happy after. So I didn't know that Red Frog has 3 different creeks, 3 different waterfalls and over 8 kilometres of sandy beaches. It's really cool. So now we're into the deepest part of the jungle and we're going on a canopy tour.
And we're venturing into the vast, the mental sky.
This, ow! This, it's very spiky, is what they call a walking palm, which is native to this area, South America and Central America. And yes, it is very spiky. And why is it called a walking palm? Well, it doesn't actually walk, but I think what it is kind of, it just keeps growing roots and it probably moves along. I've heard that they move towards water or stuff like that, so the roots just sort of develop in the direction they want to go. So it's not actually walking, but it might be kind of shifting slightly. Yeah, this kind of track goes across the island and you walk up here and we have access to the beach club. The kids have kind of gone a bit wild here and they like island kids now, so they just go off on their own and they walk from one side of the island to the other and up to La Rosa, which is the beach club which you're allowed to use. You can use the pool and the other beach. There's 2 beaches, there's the Red Frog beach and this one. Yeah, it's quite a hill actually, you got quite fit doing this. This is the boys wandering down to the beach. And so every day the kids have come here and they've been just hanging out with the other kids, playing ball games by the pool, swimming, bodyboarding.
I really enjoy coming down to the beach because after school it's ready to get into the ocean.
The bodyboarding here is pretty crazy. Like when it gets really windy, the swell is really challenging. But you know, at the beginning I was really nervous about it, and I was really worried about them getting sucked out with the current and all sorts of things. And then as time's gone on, they just come here themselves, and it's been fine. They just I know that they can manage themselves, and I know they know what the situation is out there.
So down here on the beach, there's lots of fun things you can do. You can do bodyboarding in the crazy waves, which is really fun. You can go in the pool, and then there's 2 separate pools, so you can play like Marco Polo and just pool games like that. You can take the volleyball and play volleyball. There's lots of things you can do on the beach.
There's this bus thing that goes past carrying all the staff. Often, like when it comes at the end of the day, they all run up and they just jump on the back of it, and it gives them the lift back to the other side of the island. So yeah, they've totally settled in here, and actually Ewan said he doesn't even want to leave.
And Ewan's taken out the Optimist. He's really kind of fallen in love with that thing lately, and that's his little mode of transport.
So every morning we've been doing yoga on the other side of this island. So we walk along here, we meet up with our friends.
And I'm coming today.
Yeah, Ewan's going to do yoga today. Hey, here's our friends on Chinook going for yoga.
The platform.
Yeah.
Quite the trek out there, but totally worth it.
We walk to the point here, along this path, through the jungle, and then we get to this really nice bit where we do yoga. I'll show you. Morning. Yeah, they're fixing this platform here, but they are getting it done still. This is a great spot for yoga because you've got this platform that leads out over the box, and then you've got the waves crashing down beneath you. So yeah, it's really awesome.
Take a deep breath in and breath out. Lower your knees flat and have a seat on your heels. Camel pose. Rise up and place your hands like you're putting them in back pockets. Square the hips. Big inhale. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Free inhale. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let the throat fall back and down.
Every morning it's been slightly different, so sometimes it's just been a few of us, and then now the kids have started joining in, and it's just really nice to do it like with the whole family. It was something I've always wanted to do and wanted the family to do, but never really quite happened. So yoga session finished. We've been doing it every morning, and it's been really, really cool doing it with the waves crashing and just a beautiful view. It's just so nice. So today we did Hatha yoga. Yesterday we did Yin yoga. The day before that it was flow, and before that was Ashtanga. So I've got it all on my app, and it's brilliant. My yoga mat is looking slightly worse for wear, but you know, it works, and that's the main thing.
So this is a little run I've been doing through the jungle in Bastamentos, and it's really cool actually because there's so many little trails leading off into the rainforested areas. Obviously I've got no traffic to worry about or pollution, but what you do have to watch out for the snakes and the scorpions and the various blood-sucking insects. It's a small price to pay to be in such a beautiful place. So at the end I like to have a dip in the sea as well, which is rather fun because the surf here is great. It's also unnerving because there are caiman around here and sharks. In fact, the other day I was in the water, and then these big fish started jumping out next to me, and I thought, well, if they're running away from something, there's obviously something in the water that's bigger than they are. So I'll beat a hasty retreat. The other thing about swimming around here is you get these palm fronds sort of floating in the water, and it can be a bit distracting when you suddenly sort of surface from a wave and see these kind of like triangular fins all around you. Of course, the other thing that you can't avoid talking about when you're a 50-year-old runner is injuries. But at the moment, I've got a touch of sciatica in my left hip. It's a bit of a relief when we get to the beach and I can walk on soft sand. I never thought I'd get to the age where I'd be talking about sciatica and twisted knees and things like that. But here I am. And this is awesome. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Really.
Thanks for watching, and a massive thank you to our patrons for keeping this journey going. If you want to give something back and want to be a part of our patron family, then follow the description in the link below, or put Mothership Adrift Patreon, and that should send you to the right link. You can become a patron from as little as $3, and you can be in contact with us directly. Thank you.
You and me, we're family.
And finally, don't forget to subscribe, and also check out our other channel, which is dedicated to fixing your boat, called Mothership Maintenance.
Hey, you'll always be